Welcome to Module 5 of the Divisioning 101 E-Series. In this module, we will be looking at how divisioning works for figure skating and rhythmic gymnastics. Figure skating and rhythmic gymnastics have been grouped together in Module 5 because they have a number of similarities. Athletes that compete in these two sports practice routines based on their skill level. At competition, award placement is determined by a panel of judges. While the two sports are similar, there are also some differences when it comes to determining how athletes are placed into their final division. This module will examine the three criteria normally used in Special Olympics sports and provide an in-depth look at how final placements are determined. If you have any questions about the material contained in this presentation, please contact your district developer or the provincial convener for the appropriate sport. Let's get started. In the sport of figure skating, there is a detailed list of requirements that athletes must meet in order to compete at each level. For the complete list of requirements and mandatory elements, please refer to the Figure Skating Sport Rules, which can be found in Special Olympics Ontario's Resource section. For singles events, the following is used to determine level placement of the athletes. Level 1 skaters are currently working on stages 1 to 3 of the Can Skate program. All athletes competing in this level must wear helmets while practicing and competing. The free skate program for this level is 1 minute in length plus or minus 10 seconds. There are 6 mandatory elements which must be completed during the routine. Level 2 skaters are working on stages 4 through 6 of the Can Skate program. Until Can Skate Level 6, athletes must continue to wear a helmet. The free skate program is 1 minute and 40 seconds in length and must contain 6 mandatory elements. Level 3 athletes are star athletes that have completed Level 6 of the Can Skate program. This level is for athletes that have not mastered 3 single jumps. Athletes will complete 6 mandatory elements from Star 1 in their 1 minute and 40 second free skate. Level 4 athletes have not yet mastered more than 5 single jumps. Their free skate program is 2 minutes plus or minus 10 seconds, and they have 9 mandatory elements they must complete. Level 5 is appropriate for athletes that have not yet mastered double jumps. There are 8 mandatory elements which must be completed in their 2 minutes plus or minus 10 seconds free skate. Level 6 is for those athletes that are working on their double jumps. They also have 8 mandatory elements in their 2 minutes plus or minus 10 seconds program. The open level is for skaters that have taken their senior bronze test or higher. Athletes that compete at this level can perform more than 2 double jumps. For this level, athletes must perform 6 jumps, 3 spins, and 1 step sequence during their 3-minute plus or minus 10 seconds free skate. For information on the requirements athletes must meet for levels in all other events, please refer to the sport rules. Rhythmic gymnastic routines are broken down into 7 levels with an 8th level for a group routine. The first 3 levels, A, B, and C, are meant for lower level athletes. The focus of these routines is developing body skills and apparatus skills separately. Athletes perform the routines from a seated position in levels A and B and will be standing during level C routines. Levels 1 to 3 all utilize compulsory routines. In level 1, routines begin to integrate basic apparatus and body skills. Level 2 introduces more complex apparatus and body skills, while Level 3 routines have full integration of apparatus and body skills. Level 4 routines allow athletes to perform original choreography to the music of their choice. Specifics on composition requirements can be found in the judging section of the official Special Olympics sport rules. The group routine also has compulsory routines. Teams are split into 2 divisions, small groups for teams of 4 to 8, and large groups for teams of 10 to 12. Apparatus specifications for each level can be found in the Special Olympics sport rules. Gender and age are normally two of the first determining criteria when it comes to Special Olympics divisioning. In the case of figure skating and rhythmic gymnastics, age is not used at all as athletes are placed into predetermined levels based on their mastery of technical elements. For figure skating, athletes are placed into gender categories based on the event they enter. There are female and male events as well as mixed gender partner events. As rhythmic gymnastics is a sport for female athletes only, gender is not a divisioning factor for this sport. It is important to note that for advancement purposes, gender and age participation ratios are used to determine advancement quotas. For information on the advancement process, please take the Advancement 101 course available on SO Learn. Special Olympics Ontario divisions have a maximum of 8 individuals in them. For figure skating and rhythmic gymnastics, there will frequently be more than 8 individuals competing in a level. When that is the case, the following will be used to determine division placement. For figure skating, when there are more than 8 skaters in a level, a preliminary round will take place. Skaters will be divided into 2 preliminary groups who will warm up and compete distinctly. After the preliminary skates, the athletes will be divided into their final divisions based on preliminary scores. No preliminary scores will be posted, just the final divisioning. If the number of skaters is uneven, the top flight will have an odd number for final flights. Note: in dance, only one dance will be used for preliminary competition. Athletes will remain in those divisions for all elements of the competition. For rhythmic gymnastics, divisions should be based on preliminary round results if time permits during the competition. If a preliminary round cannot be run, then divisions will be based on the athlete's final scores on each apparatus. Rhythmic gymnastics divisions shall have no less than 4 athletes in them. Now we will take a look at creating divisions. In this section, we will quickly look at how athletes are placed into divisions when necessary for their level. In this case, the Level 1 figure skating group has 10 skaters. The athletes performed a preliminary skate with the results indicated in the score column. A similar concept would apply to rhythmic gymnastics. Because there are more than 8 athletes, we must divide the level into 2 groups. In order to do so, we isolate the top 50% scores from the preliminary round, in this case 5. Do note that in the event of an uneven number of skaters, Division F1 would have an odd number of skaters. For example, a level with 9 competitors would see Division 1 with 5 skaters and Division F2 with 4 skaters. In this case, the athletes performing in the top half of the division were Amy, Barbara, Francine, Jeanette, and Iris. They will form Level 1, Division F1. Note that the F designation simply denotes that this is a female division. Courtney, Denise, Elaine, Heather, and Jessica will form Level 1, Division F2. Now it's time for you to take what you have just learned. Get a piece of paper, a pencil, and place these athletes into their respective divisions. When you have finished, answer the following questions. Number 1. Which athlete ended up in Division F1? Was it Stephanie or Olivia? The answer is Stephanie. Question number 2. Which athlete ended up in Division F2? Was it Pauline or Quinn? The answer is Quinn. Should you have any further questions regarding divisioning for judged sport, please contact Jared Copland at jaredc@gymnastic.ca. at specialolympicsontario.com. Thank you for taking Module 3 of the Divisioning 101 course. We hope that you have gained a better understanding of how the sports of figure skating and rhythmic gymnastics are divisioned during competition. If you would like to take another module in the Divisioning 101 series, please return to the course's main page and select the module you would like to take. Thank you.